is a Burger King cup with a hole in the bottom of it. And it's not a neat hole, it's a hole like he jabbed his finger into it real hard.
Why?
What?
Baloney Bob put it in here when he last used the shower 4 days ago.
Oh, no.
I don't know why it's in here, and at this point, I will not touch.
Is it used for what I think it's used? Guys, did he put his schlong in it?
What?
Did he put his schlong in the fucking Burger King cup? Did he make a homemade flashlight with a Burger King cup? What else could that be used for? I am scared. Hey guys, it's Kacy here, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today, I'll go be reacting to another Might Burn Fire. I know it's been a little while since I last reacted to one of those, and I want to say I apologize. I got a little burned out on doing Might Burn Fire videos, but I am back with one that was suggested in my Discord server. If you want to suggest more videos to me to react to, I'll try to get as many as I can. You can join my Discord server, it's going to be linked below. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you want to watch me live. I'm trying to do more reaction streams, and I do a lot of gaming streams, so if you like to watch my gaming videos or my reaction videos, I suggest you follow me over on Twitch. We're on the road to 1K right now. We're so close, so I'd appreciate if you help me out. Also, don't forget we have KacyFae merch available on my Fourth Wall shop, which will also be linked below. Really cool items. I have hoodies, t-shirts, 2 cups available, a desk mat, a mouse pad, and all these other goodies available. So if you want to check out my merch, please do. Without further ado, let's get on to the video.
I have had some pretty bad roommates while I was in the military.
I had some bad ones too, mostly not in the military. Basically, it was one guy. I was with 3 other guys sharing a 2-bedroom condo.
When was this?
Oh.
This is when you were in Louisiana, I think.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was going to college because I decided
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want.
Oh, college days. I remember when I had a really bad roommate my first semester. I did not like her. She was low-key so rude and just, she kept me up. She would watch videos full blast while I was trying to sleep at like 2 a.m. She was watching, I remember vividly, she was watching Squid Games. You know, there's a specific spicy scene in Squid Games that is crazy. And she was playing that on full blast. And I was looking over like, girl, I'm trying to sleep and what the fuck are you watching? But yeah, let's just say I didn't like her, and whenever she dropped out, I was very glad she did.
Want to go into the military directly out of high school.
Yeah. Should have stuck with that decision.
I was with 3 other guys sharing a living space, and one of them was my bunkmate, but he got married, and he left. And the other 2 guys were like, well, we need a 4th person to take his place and pay rent. Otherwise, we have to pay more. And I said, okay, that's fine. Go find somebody. They found somebody. His name was Jeremy.
Is this why you named the Pikmin Jeremy?
Maybe subconsciously.
Subconsciously.
Jeremy was technically going to college like we were.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not getting the best of grades, as he spent most of his time at home, not doing homework, but playing World of Warcraft.
Somehow I knew you were going to say World of Warcraft. How did I know that?
Like, legitimately playing World of Warcraft with Cheeto stains on his underpants.
Uh-huh.
I ended
Oh my god. Discord mod behavior. Holy fuck. That sounds crazy. I don't know if I could ever live with somebody like that. Also, I really need to move my model so I'm not in the way of the captions, so I'm gonna do that.
up after a few weeks, leaving. And they're like, you gotta pay rent. It's like, fine, I'll pay rent. I'm gonna live with my mom. You can have my rent money. I don't want to be here.
Oh, no.
What? I 100% bet his parents were also paying rent, but what the fuck? Like, dude, okay, I remember, it was my last year, and I moved into a new dorm, because my community college had 3 female dorms, and I stayed in the nicer one my last year. I applied every single year, but the last year, it was miraculous how I got this dorm. It was because my last year that I was applying, my last fall semester, I was playing, so you have to play over the summer to pick what dorm you want, and I applied. I actually got into one of the medium nice ones, the ones I stayed in my first year. I was like, okay, whatever, I don't really mind staying in that one. It's cheaper anyway, so I can get more refund money back. Anyway, and I remember and miraculously they were doing construction the week that I was supposed to move in, because I have to move in early for band, because we have band camp the week before school starts. And Miraculously, I was able to get the nicer dorm because they moved me over to another dorm because my dorm was having construction, and hallelujah, I got to the nice dorm. But anyway, this roommate, I meet her the first week of class. She's like, "Hey, I'm your roommate," and she stays the first week, she stays the second week, and then the third week she just disappears. I'm like, where the hell did she go? And then she tells me, she's like, "Oh yeah, I stay with my parents because I do nursing, and the nursing building is actually closer to my house than campus, so I'm staying at my parents' house." I'm like, okay, great. I had a roommate for a total of like 3 or 4 weeks, the whole year. It was awesome. I really liked being in the dorm by myself. It was great.
No!
He smells bad, and he's always here.
God.
He wasn't a bad guy, but he did not take care of himself.
Oh, man. I had a roommate when I was at Fort Polk. We all called him Baloney Bob.
Okay.
Because he always smelled like old bologna.
Oh.
Baloney Bob was not the smartest man. Not by a long shot.
And here I thought the army only took the best.
Normally the army
Yeah,
might
you would
only take
think.
the best, but this was the heady days of post 9/11 when anybody could get in the army with a smile and a wave, and all you had to do was just tell the recruiter that, "Yes, me want go army, me drive truck," and they would immediately sign you up.
We need
feel like
somebody
that's how
for
it
this
is
military
now.
conflict we're getting entangled with. How long is it going to take? 3 weeks, 3 months, I doubt 3 years.
Definitely won't still be going on to this day. So Baloney Bob was an interesting man. He was a vehicle mechanic and knew absolutely nothing about how to fix vehicles. Well, we got moved into new barracks, and when I say new barracks, I mean they were new to me. The barracks had existed since time immemorial.
Yes.
The walls were filled with asbestos. There were mosquitoes spawning in the toilets. There was mold on the walls. But we got new furniture that they had bought from a remained hotel outlet for incredibly cheap.
All right.
When we got moved into the new barracks, I was like, I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. I would prefer to have this person or this person because I'm friends with them and I like hanging around with them and it would be fine if they were my roommate. Well, they moved us into the room and I get Baloney Bob.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And I'm like, why am I in a room with Baloney Bob? And I talked to the lieutenant that was in charge of organizing where all the soldiers that lived in the barracks lived. And I said, why did you put me in a room with Baloney Bob? And he went, oh, I thought you didn't have any friends.
Bro, you just got fucking roasted by whoever was in charge of that. Dude, I would be so upset and be like, wow. You put me in a room with a slob because you thought I had no friends. That's crazy. That's awful, man. Oh my god.
Like, so you put me in a room with Baloney Bob? Yeah. Baloney Bob and I moved into the same room. And I guess it wasn't as bad as all that because a lot of the time Baloney Bob wasn't there. I don't know where the fuck he went.
All right.
But he wasn't in the barracks room.
That probably made you happy.
Unfortunately, the room did smell like bologna. I did have to invest very heavily into air fresheners for my side of the room.
Oh,
During your
wow.
weekly inspection, did you get in trouble for that?
Monthly inspections, because they didn't really do weekly inspections, they did monthly inspections.
Okay.
Oh.
So one day, during a monthly inspection, I'm cleaning up the room and making sure everything's good, and I'm cleaning the little common area that we have. It's like a sink and a tiny refrigerator.
Yeah, yeah.
I look over on Baloney Bob's side of the room, and Baloney Bob isn't there. I don't know where the fuck he is. I guess he just went on walks somewhere because his car is still parked outside, even though he doesn't have a driver's license. Why the fuck does Baloney Bob have a car if he doesn't have a driver's license? Whatever, fine. I'm cleaning the common areas. I look over on his side of the room, and it looks like set dressing for a bad B movie of what a serial killer's room should look like.
Oh.
This may be why he disappeared, so you'd have to deal with it.
I'm like, I'm not touching anything on his side.
You know what? I feel like there's definitely roommates out there that do that shit. Like, even, like, grown-ass adults would do that. And I'm just like, why? Just clean up your fucking mess. Like, even if it's just picking up trash and making your bed, or, just something simple every day, makes a world of a difference. I don't know why people just don't clean. It just beats me. It just beats me.
The room. I don't want him to start squealing like a pig at me, because if I touch anything on his side of the room, it's gonna be for like hours, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I don't touch anything on his side of the room, and I'm like, if I get yelled at for it, fine, whatever. I'll just take a dump on Baloney Bob's pillow or something.
Jeez. Give him a soap party.
I think that probably happened to him several times, and it didn't take.
Okay.
It
Wow.
didn't seem to do anything.
Might be the only time soap touched his body.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, no.
Captain comes into the room. He looks at my side of the room, and he's like, why do you have a... Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Oh,
I
no.
just forgot about this until right this second.
Why do you have a 6-foot pillow of a foot?
It took him out.
So he goes through my side of the room, and I got like a bunch of fucking weeb drawings that I've done, like hanging up on the wall and shit. And he's like, why the fuck do you have a Lindsay Lohan calendar? And I'm like, shut up, I like it.
She was cute before the surgery. Look at them freckles.
2005, 2006, she was prime time hotness. Like Mean Girls timeline. Ooh.
Okay,
damn.
he has a
Anyway.
point. He has a
What the
point.
fuck do you have a Lindsay Lohan character? You're never gonna meet her. And I'm just like, what? Why you crush my dreams, dude? So he looks at my side of the room. It's fine. Everything's clean. I got everything well organized. I've like made my bed properly. And for some reason, I still had a military wool blanket on my bed. Like everybody else is using like comforters or whatever, and I've just got like a gross, like a
Oh,
like a
no.
wool blanket from 1956 is on my bed, and he's just like, the fuck.
Dude, I recently stayed over at a hotel over the past weekend to visit my sister for her senior recital, and we stayed at like a really cheap ass. My dad called it a construction man's hotel. That had the worst bedding on a hotel bed I've ever seen. That bed was so fucking comfortable. I woke up, my back was in pain. I've never had that happen before. I don't really have back pain, but that was the worst experience I ever had at a hotel. Anyway, the blanket was like literally like paper thin wool blanket. They didn't even give you like a full size comforter. It was just like a wool blanket and like 2 layers of sheets. That's all they gave you. I'm like, at least I wasn't cold, but the air conditioning was strong. Like, you know, like those really old hotels, they have like the really, really strong air conditioners. That thing, I was cold, but like surprisingly, the wool kept me warm. It was like a wool like fleece blanket. It was like so fucking cheap. Like you literally can get those at Walmart for like $5. Anyway, yeah, that was like the worst blanket I've ever had in my life. It was so bad.
You sleep on that?
I'm like, it's comfortable. I like it. I like how it's itchy.
Oh,
I actually still have, my grandpa gave me the wool blanket that he was issued while he was in the military, and I brought that one with me to Fort Polk, and that was the one I would use.
Nice.
It's great. Anyway, he goes over to Baloney Bob's side of the room. He has a blanket and a pillow, but nothing else that goes on the bed. So there's no bed sheets.
Oh.
There's no pillowcase on it. It's just a blanket and a pillow, and they're all balled up in one corner.
ugh.
How many other people used that mattress?
That's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
right?
Oh,
He's like, what is
God.
this?
I would never sleep without sheets. Even if it's my own bed, I would never do that. That is so gross. I mean, like, I don't like top sheets just because I don't like how, like my legs get hot whenever I sleep, so I don't really like extra sheets or anything, extra layers on me besides a comforter, maybe a blanket if I get cold. But, like, I would never sleep without just no sheets. Like, that's just, Even on a brand new mattress, I would never do that shit. That's, no.
The sheets, he's doing laundry, I think. Yes, that's why.
No, I'm not covering his ass at all. At this point, there's been so many different little tiny things that have
As you
happened that I'm
should.
just like, I've had it with Baloney Bob. And at this point, if for some reason my superior officer sees something on Baloney Bob's side of the room that will get him kicked out of the military, I ain't gonna say boo to that. What? He just sleeps like that? I don't know, sir. Apparently so. I try to avoid going over there as much as possible.
Honestly,
All right.
yeah.
Whatever. Open the closet on Baloney Bob's side of the room, and there's a truck bumper in there.
What? The fuck?
The entire truck bumper?
Hello, excuse me?
Bumper and brush guard and everything.
Why?
Baloney Bob doesn't own a truck. He doesn't even have a driver's license. He owns a Sebring. Captain just looks at it and goes, "The fuck is this?" That's a truck bumper, sir.
Connor, what the fuck is
Yeah, I
this?
know it's a truck
What the fuck are
bumper.
you
Why is it
doing?
in here? I don't know, sir. Did you see him bring it in here? No, I did not, sir.
Why does he have it?
To this day, I don't know why he had a truck bumper. It was just in there. I guess he thought he was gonna put it on his car.
It was my grandpa's. I brought it with me.
I kind of
Honestly,
feel
if
bad
he
for
said
this
that
guy.
wouldn't have surprised me. Well, Baloney Bob is still not here.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know where he was. He opens the refrigerator. Looks in
Bro
the-
literally did peace out and then disappeared into the wind. Like, he was gone. He's like, I'm not dealing with this shit today. I think he knew what he was doing. He knew he was in trouble. Or, going to get in trouble for his side of the room. He was like, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with it. It's just like, oh man. I mean, it's kind of like dorm inspections that you'd have one every week. And because my roommate was never there, they were like, where's your roommate? I'm like, oh no, I don't know where she went. And they're like, oh, okay. I was like, I think she's at home. And they're like, we haven't seen her in a while. I'm like, I know, I haven't seen her either.
in the refrigerator, there is a mason jar filled with ketchup. Why is there a mason jar filled with ketchup?
What?
I don't know, sir. It's Baloney Bob's, isn't it? Yes, it is, sir.
Can only assume he took ketchup packets from McDonald's and emptied them into it.
It would have been Burger King, and I'll tell you why. We go into the bathroom, and this is the moment that I've been dreading.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We go into the bathroom, and sitting on one side of the bathtub is a Burger King cup with a hole in the bottom of it. And it's not a neat hole, it's a hole like he jabbed his finger into it real hard.
Why?
What?
And the captain points at it and says, "Why is that in here?" And I said, "Sir, I have no idea why that's in here. Baloney Bob put it in here when he last used the shower 4 days ago. I don't know why it's in here, and at this point, I will not touch."
Is it used for what I think it's used? Guys, did he put his schlong in it?
What?
Did he put his schlong in the fucking Burger King cup? Did he make a homemade flashlight with a Burger King cup? What else could that be used for? I am scared. Well, that's a new one. I would never have thought that that would come out of this video audio. But here we are. Guys, please do not use a Burger King cup as a light. Thank you.
Touch it. I
wouldn't touch it
insinuated
either.
that basically the only way I would be willing to touch the cup was if I put on full hazmat mop gear and picked it up and put it into a 55-gallon drum and then sealed it and buried it in the Mariana Trench. That would be the only way I'd be
Very
willing to
valid.
touch it.
Very, very
The captain
valid
looks
reaction.
at you. You look at your captain. Sir, I'll give you $20 to drink the contents of that cup.
Oh no, it's empty because it's got the hole in the bottom.
Oh, at the very bottom.
At the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a hole at the very bottom of it.
Maybe he likes to fill it up with water and then unplug the hole and let the water pour over him. Like a shower.
How did you know that's what he was doing with it?
Wait, what?
Is that really what he was
What?
doing with it? What the
We
fuck?
get done with the room inspection, and he's like, "Well, your room's fine. Like, I don't see any problem with it."
I'm
But
surprised.
I'm completely baffled by what I have seen on Baloney Bob's side of the room.
Yowdy baffled
Baloney Bob
too.
came back while he was in somebody else's room, so somebody went and got the captain. He could provide no reasonable answer as to why he had a truck bumper in there.
Someone framed me. I don't know who that is.
Could provide no
Officer,
reasonable
wasn't
answer.
me.
That's
They're
not my
like,
trunk bumper. It's a different license plate.
Why don't you have sheets? Well, I don't. They're dirty. So wash them. Well, apparently Baloney Bob doesn't know how to use the washer and dryer.
Of course not.
They're like, this is disgusting.
course
you
not,
need,
yeah.
You need to sleep on sheets or something. We get to the cup. Baloney Bob, what the fuck is this? I don't like to put my head underwater when I take a bath, so I fill the cup up with water and then I let it drain over my head. The fuck don't you just take a shower then? I don't like to put my head underwater.
Either he is like autistic or something, or just very neurodivergent or very OCD. But like this dude, I don't know what to. I think he's too far gone to get help. I'm sorry. I'm just like, what? Okay, at least I was wrong about the cup, but I was very shocked in the moment with the cup. I'm gonna be honest, that was crazy.
That was it. That was the excuse he gave as to what he was doing. Exactly what you said with it. He would fill up the tub with water. He would get into the tub. He would fill up the cup with water and then hold it over his head and let the water drain out of it.
All right.
Why don't you just take the cup and then pour it over your head? Why do you gotta poke a hole in the bottom of it?
Didn't you hear him? He said he didn't like to get his head wet.
So, Baloney Bob,
You'd think they wouldn't allow man-children in the military.
That's what
but
I'm
no,
saying.
there's a plethora.
there are a lot of man-children in the military. I found out at one point that Baloney Bob, when
crazy.
he was younger, he and his friend had found a junkyard, so they had spent 5 or 6 hours in the junkyard just smashing windows of cars.
Okay.
And then afterwards, they found out that it wasn't actually a junkyard, but it was some rich guy's car collection. So his family got sued.
What the fuck? Okay, first off, how the difference between a rich guy's car collection and a junkyard is two vastly different things. One's are brand new, clean cars, and the others are dirty, beaten up cars that are probably very rusty. How could he not tell the difference between two? And the fact his family got sued. Oh, his poor family. Oh my god.
Sued for several $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, which they couldn't pay.
And he escaped his debtors by joining the military.
Probably, honestly, that wouldn't surprise me.
Oh my
Baloney Bob
God.
was something else, and I'm glad that I don't have to deal with him anymore, and that I only think of him occasionally. And I look back upon our memories, the time I spent with Baloney Bob while I was in the military, and I laugh because I don't have to deal with Baloney Bob ever again.
For my
best
3-month period of
memory.
active duty military training, I roomed with 2 guys. One of them was named Ghost. That was his actual last name.
Wow.
And every time I walked past our barracks, he was outside smoking a cigarette. I'd
for
say,
him.
"Hey, Ghost, how you doing?" And he'd look at me with his gribble eyes and go, "It's good."
It's good.
"It's 2 a.m., Ghost. Why are you out here?"
Why are you out there?
I don't even remember what reason I was out there. But,
Whatever.
but for whatever reason, I had to go do something at 2 a.m. and I'd come back and he'd be out there smoking a cigarette. "What are you doing?" "Smoking, duh."
Mogan, duh.
And I'd say, "Okay, I'm
Bro's going through
to
it.
bed." "All right, good night." And as I opened the door and poised myself to close it behind me, he'd say, "Hey, wait. Yeah, Ghost? You ever seen a man's balls in a vice?"
Excuse
I'd
me?
say, "No, Ghost. Thankfully, I've never seen that." "Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever join a gang."
Oh my god!
"Good night,
Bro was
Ghost."
going through
Sleep
it. Ghost was going through it.
Ghost sounded like he had some life experience.
Yes. I don't know if it was his persona or his actual life experiences, but that was one of the men I lived with for 3 months.
One of the guys I was in basic training with, who was very boisterous and outspoken and loud and kind of annoying, but whatever, it's fine. He would tell a lot of stories about stuff that he had done before he was in the military. And he was 19 years old. So he would tell a lot of stories about stuff that he did before he was in the military. And he said that he had been like in a gang or something. And
Wow.
about like all the stuff that he had done and how he had seen people die. And he was like, yeah, I've been shot like 5 times and I got stabbed twice.
Oh my god.
And pretty much everybody is just like, yeah, whatever, man. Sure, I bet that has happened to you. One day he takes his shirt off and he has so many fucking scars.
Oh,
Alright.
And
he's definitely
got
gone
like
through it.
5 large scars about as big around as my thumb, like 5 of them.
Yikes.
On his chest.
All right.
And this super fucking long jagged one on his abdomen.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, what the hell are those from? He's like, this is when I got shot 5 times. The fuck?
Yeah.
How did he
What?
survive?
What the hell is that one? And he's like, that's where I got stabbed. They had to cut him open and remove like 2 feet of his intestines.
Oh, jeez.
Because they were completely screwed and then sew him back together.
Ah,
Okay, yeah, never mind. You're not full of shit. I wonder if he and Ghost were related.
Wow.
maybe. Speaking of having more military experience than you let on, in boot camp, there was one person in a neighboring platoon who seemed to pick things up really quickly. He seemed to never be in trouble, which was rare. And he knew the commands, he could dress right, dress on command, he knew how to march, he knew his way around a rifle. Mm-hmm. It just seemed like he was
Yeah.
made for the military life. And at the end of the 3-month training period, everybody is getting their assignments. You're going to be a private, you're going to be a private. You did exceptionally well, so you're going to be a private first class. You have prior college experience, so you get to be a private first class.
Hey.
And this guy, who's so good at everything, he's gonna be Lance Corporal, because there's one person who always gets promoted out of the
Wow.
entire company that gets promoted to Lance Corporal, and it's gonna be this guy,
Uh-huh.
who has already gone through boot camp once,
Oh, that makes sense.
but didn't graduate because of a medical issue.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks.
So he went through boot camp twice.
Oh, that poor baby.
God.
Poor kid.
Oh. That wouldn't have been fun.
Yeah.
Oh man. Man, that was actually a really good one. I really liked that one a lot. Dude, that was great. That was a really good one. I really liked hearing their like experiences and stuff with with the military. But yeah, man, that was a really good one. Thank you for recommending that one. Can't get enough of Kacy content? Well, you're in luck. I have my YouTube memberships open. Over here on YouTube, you'll get special access to members-only videos, which will include amazing reaction content and some highlight clips. Also, you'll have exclusive shoutouts at the end of every single video that I post. You also have access to a members-only Discord channel, so I really hope that you consider becoming a member and help support me as a content creator.